Hey everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a little while. I've been traveling and doing a lot of stuff for business, so I've been a little busy, but welcome back. I'm Christina and this is Christie's Kitchen. This is fine dining made simple. On today's episode, I'm going to show you guys how to make low carb donuts. I'll go over all the nutritional facts with you later on, so hang tight and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing I've done is I've taken my donut pan. It's not a thick donut pan. If you want to size compare, well, I know nobody knows how big my nails are, but anyways, I have greased it really, really well. Okay, so this is going to make 6 donuts. So I have my 2 bowls. We're going to set that one aside for the moment. Now, in this bigger bowl, we are going to, let's see, I'll swap my tools around here for you. All right, so in this big bowl, we are going to whisk together our almond flour. This is allulose. This is a baking blend. It's plant-based sugar alternative. It's got no calories and no sugar. And it measures just like sugar, and it bakes just like sugar, but it tastes a whole lot better, and it's better for you. Okay, then we're going to do our baking powder, sea salt, and cinnamon. Move that out of the way, and we're just going to give this a nice whisk. We basically want to make sure that everything is all incorporated here. Alright, I see a couple of bigger pieces of baking powder, so I'm going to fluff those down real fast. You don't want to bite into a big chunk of baking powder. And this is super fine almond powder as well. All right, so our dry ingredients are done. Now, in my little bowl, I love this little bowl, it's a cute little bowl, I'm going to do 1/4 cup of unsalted butter. I want to tell you guys to make sure when you're doing things where a recipe calls for like melted butter, make sure you measure and cut it dry, then melt it. That way you have the proper amount, because if you melt it and then measure, you're going to get more than what you need, and your recipe is going to be kind of runny. Okay, so we've got our unsalted butter, unsweetened almond milk, 2 large eggs, and my vanilla extract. And I do make my own vanilla extract. If you choose not to make your own vanilla extract, you can actually buy some from the store. I do always have backup. I like Molina. It's a Mexican vanilla bean, or product of Mexico, I guess I should say, and it works really, really well for anything that you want to use it for. It's got a very strong vanilla flavor. Alright, so we're just going to give this all just a really good whisk. So as you can see, yeah, nothing too major. This is a very simple recipe. Now we're going to take our dry ingredients, and guess what we're going to do? That's right, y'all guessed it. We're going to whisk it into the dry with our wet. So we're just going to add all this in. We're going to get all that fabulous liquid goodness, okay? Now we're just going to whisk this in. All right, we've got a nice, what I would call loose batter. So now we're going to bring our donut pan in here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to You want to fill your donut pan 3/4 full all the way around. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to level these out. See who's full and who needs more, right? I've covered the hole in mine because I don't really care if I have that whole center hole right now. It's a donut either way. I mean, in truth, it's going to grow up around it anyways. So, now that we have this, you're going to bake it in a 350-degree oven, which I'm going to use my Ninja oven, for 22 to 28 minutes. If you're going to use a silicone base versus a metal base, you're going to want to go a little bit longer, but you're going to want to keep a check on it. So, give me just a few minutes. We're going to pop this in the oven, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so our timer's gone off. So while this smells, my house smells absolutely fantastic. They kind of fell flat. But you know what? That's what this is about. Not everything's going to turn out absolutely perfect. So now we're going to wait. I'll get them trimmed up and stuff because I think I can probably trim them up and make them look a little more decent. Now we wait for them to fully cool. So they're cool enough to touch now. So while I continue waiting on that, what we're going to do real quick is I'm actually going to make my cinnamon sugar that's going to be the coating for my donuts. So to do that, we're going to mix our, again, the allulose plant-based sugar substitute and cinnamon. We're just going to take a little mini whisk here. And you just want to make sure you get that cinnamon mixed in everywhere so that way you get good cinnamon sugar on your whole donut. I've melted another 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Trying to make sure I get it all the way to the bottom here. Yep, see, there we go. Okay, now we'll ditch that. Alright, so now I've got my butter, got my sugar. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my donuts. Like I said, the top part looks like crap. However, underneath, looks pretty donut-like, right? So we're just going to use a sharp knife. So next time I can just use a little less, probably. We're going to make it donut round. Like I said, I don't mind that part. It's going to be a solid donut, but you know what? I'm okay with that. So now what we get to do is we're going to turn this over here. Because I have friends coming over, I'm actually going to set my donuts on there to make it all pretty. Alright, so we're just going to dip our pastry brush in our melted butter. And you're just going to, yep, just run it just like that. And then all you're going to do is dip it. And I have gloves on for this because that way I can actually, you know, keep my fingers somewhat clean. And then you're going to gently hold and do the bottom. Okay, and I'm just going to run it through one more go round. And this is a cinnamon sugar donut. I'll show you what it looks like as we get done with all of them. Alright, so as you can see, there's our finished product. I added a little bit of the extra sugar because you still have, you know, quite a bit that's left over, so you could do more donuts if you wanted to. Now, again, these are low carb donuts. So, they have 257 calories, 25 grams of fat, 6 grams of protein, 2 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 3 net carbs in total. Okay? Enjoy. Well, now that's fine dining made simple, don't you think? Alright, if you enjoyed this episode, hit the bell for notifications, hit the like button for me, subscribe so that you get more notifications. You can also comment if there's something that you would like for me to make in particular. So yeah, hit me up, let me know, and I'll see you next time.